All right, so this is the Triassic Period by Adam Snyder and Jackson Gross. This
Yep.
period was between 201 and 250 million years ago, and it was the age of the reptiles. So, Jackson, with the geological time.
So the geologic timescale is divided into eons, eras, and periods. So eons are divided into the Phanerozoic, the Protozoic, the Archean, and the Hadean. And then those are divided into subsections of eras, which is the Cenozoic, the Mesozoic, and the Paleozoic. And then there's the periods, which are subsections of the eras. I won't say them all, but you can see them on the screen. And then also the Precambrian period is commonly grouped together in the Protozoic, the Archean, and the Hadean era.
All right, so the continents. So, as you can see in the middle, Pangaea, that began to break apart in mid-Triassic, in the period, forming South America, Africa, India, sorry, Antarctica, and Australia in the south, previously named Gondwana, all of them combined, and North America, and Eurasia, which was two of the continents combined, in the north, previously named Larissa. So the climate.
So this was generally very dry because most of Pangaea was desert, very hot summers, but cold winters in the interior, and a highly seasonal monsoon climate prevailed near to the coastal region.
All right, so life in the Triassic. So the dominant animals in the Triassic include lizards, turtles. Oh, sorry, this is actually supposed to say some bacteria, lizard-like animals, and crocodilians. So in the beginning of the Triassic period, there wasn't much life in the oceans because it was previously getting restored from the mass extinction. And so when there wasn't anything to be dominant necessarily in the early Triassic, but in the mid to late Triassic period, um, the Ichthyosaurus were dominant in the oceans, which you can see on the bottom, the fossil. And overall, the land dominant creature was, and the apex predators of the Triassic period were the Roshians. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that because I cannot. No one can pronounce dinosaur names. And the most common plants in the Triassic period were ferns and mosses, which you know today. And on the bottom as well, you can see all the fossils. So this was the apex predator. Then we have the ocean dominant animal and the ferns.
So some of the important events that happened was the diversification of organisms. So dinosaurs began their dominance in ecosystems. Ammonites were reduced to a single genus despite their rapid and extensive diversification in the early Triassic. There was a major extinction at the end of the Triassic, which wiped out 95% of life on Earth. And the cause of the significant events was actually considerably debated today. Many scientists contend that this event was caused by climate change and rising sea levels resulting from sudden release of large amounts of carbon.
Yeah, so that was one of the main. There's probably many other theories out there, but that was the best one I could find for what caused the mass extinction. So vacation. So if I could take, so these are my three items. So, if you could travel through time with your geological time period, what are three items you'd bring on vacation, and why would you bring them? So first, definitely a Thompson M1A one because, or with infinite ammo to defend myself. Because hey, I'm not trying to have an apex predator run at me, and me having a little knife to try to stab it because I don't think that's gonna work. It has fast fire rate and great overall accuracy. Item number two, a water bottle, but never runs out of water because it's literally the desert there. I think you guys can put together the reasons for that. And item number three, Jackson, because he's my sidekick, and it would be much more fun with him, and I'd rather bait him so I wouldn't be the one dying in certain situations. So basically, what I mean by that is like, say I wanted to check over there, but I actually knew there was an apex predator around the corner, but Jackson didn't. I'd make him wander off in that direction. He would die, and then I'd know where the predator was. So yeah,
Thank you.
um,
That means a lot to me.
Yeah. So that was our presentation about the Triassic period. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah,